day
You know
into...
what, man? I was put on notice. I did that Airbnb thing in Detroit.
Mm.
Fucking thing, it was great, you know, check-in was great, everything. The first place, actually, you know, it had to be a Japanese dude that owned it because it was like it was so minimal, not even artwork or anything. It was just the most minimalistic, but clean, great coffee.
Little Costco action?
I don't, I'm not a coffee guy. I drink Herbalife, like their herbal tea. And it's got a little kick in it.
Mm.
But I tell you what, I drank this Colombian coffee from Costco's, and I drank that shit black. No, I mean, it was like, I said, I drank it this morning in Florida. My sister sent me a 3 pound jug of it. So
You raved about it so much on the trip she sent you.
absolutely, hey, that's my sis, man. She's taking care of me. So I got me 3 pounds of Costco coffee. I mean, and I tell you what, man, 2 cups this morning, 30-minute wait, boom.
Cleaned you out.
Oh, my wife goes in there. Of course, I don't. If my wife made coffee, the minute the last cup was poured, the thing would be the container would be washed, the grounds would be out. She walks in and she goes, "Jesus, you don't fill the fucking filter to the top." She said, "That's like fucking for 16 cups of coffee. You only made..."
You packed
Yeah,
the grounds and
I didn't fucking know. I mean, it was just like, I was thinking to myself, like, because she made it up in Detroit. I'm like, well, it doesn't taste quite as, it doesn't have,
not as smooth.
yeah, not as smooth. But the guys the checkout was 10 a.m. So I'm like, and Tamara said, like, we got back from, where were we at? We were at we were out at the lake. So it was like a 45-minute drive. I mean, and this was, I get to see my brother. I got to see him Tuesday night at dinner, but Wednesday was like at his house. And, you know, we sat out a lot. We sat out for a couple hours here and there where it was just he and I out on the, dock, just catching up. And, it was like I wanted to push the night as far as I could because I had one beer because I'm not really not drinking, so I had one beer just to have something with the pizza, wash that shit down. And so we got home late, and Tamara was just like, I'm looking at the email, and we got to be out of here at 10 a.m. They got a cleaning crew. That's fucking. You send a guy a message, tell him we'll give him an extra $50. We can check out at noon. No.
They were there at 10.
No, I mean, it was a cruise ship. As I said, I told my wife, I said, oh, there's nothing worse than a cruise ship. They fucking usually have to get armed fucking guys to get me off a cruise ship because they want you to get off at 6. I'm like, I'm ordering room service breakfast at 9. Sir, I'm sorry. What? Come on. Put another 300 on my bill. Let me just sit in here for a while.
Did you feel safe in the Airbnbs when you went into the home?
I felt safe in the first one because it was.
Which was what city now? That was
Troy,
Okay.
Troy, Michigan. But it's over by the Somerset. I mean, it's. Put it this way, I could have walked to the Ruth Chris. I mean, it's in that, it's in that kind of a neighborhood.
Right.
19 little breakfast places that are open from, like 9 to 3. And yeah, just great cuisine all around. A powerhouse gym that's in Troy there that was maybe 1.25 miles from my front door. So great place to train. It was like, you couldn't have beat it. And then we left there. I saw my stepdad, hung out with him on Thursday. And then after we finished visiting with my stepdad, we went and we drove to see our friends, Tammy and Max, who did the show after T passed.
Yes.
We went up to Sharon, Hermitage, Sharpsville, transfer that area up in north of Pennsylvania. So we went up there, and ended up staying in Cortland, Ohio, because there were no 2 bedrooms in that area.
Mhm.
And it was only like 16 miles by the crow, but I mean it was a pretty rough back road, 16 miles. But it was a standalone house. Where the first place was it was a big it was a luxury. I think at one point it was either luxury apartments or luxury condos.
Mhm.
And we were on the second floor, all the way at the end of the hallway with an elevator. And I parked right out front. And it was really well lit, so I wasn't worried at all about that. But the next house was so. If I've never stayed in Airbnb before, so I don't know what's what's the MO on check-in. And so the second one I get to, and I look at my phone, it says use the date you check in as your
Your
what you're
pin,
gonna
like your security pin for the alarm.
that's
to
gonna
get in.
but I mean that's gonna open that's actually gonna open the deadbolt. So yeah, Steve's saying door code, exactly. So
Very, very secure choice for them, by the way. Nice
yeah,
secret number, the date you're fucking there.
yeah, they give us the month and day you check in. So if anybody knows that that's the code, all they got to do is wait till fucking a vehicle parks in front of the house and go, okay, got the code. So every night, without scaring my wife just to shits, I have to, and you got to go in. There's a small little landing. Then there's maybe 4 steps. But once you get around the 4th step, it's open. So like to the right is the TV and the couch and the recliner. In front of that is the table with chairs. And then dead in front of you is the entire kitchen, which you can't see around the little corner that goes down the hallway. So I immediately take like a big power step from the second to the last step. I just take a big power step and thrust myself into the kitchen. So if anybody's there, I can fucking turn back. And if they, unless they're gonna, I think I would have had to jump on them because I could have covered the area. But I'm just trying to get to this over by the oven so I can grab the largest butcher knife in the block.
Oh, God, this is vacation?
Fuck it, man.
Oh,
So I grab it, I got that shit turned
Grizzly Adams.
I got to turn sideways in case I gotta. No matter how I got this. I'm like a fucking seal in a knife fight. So I go through the fucking house. I just tell Tamara, just stand here, and then, I'll give you the all clear. And so I go through, and the first thing I did was, the first door to the right is the bathroom with the shower curtain. So now when you check in, of course it's closed. So that's your, boom. Now every other closet, they're all cloth closets, with the big rings in the pole, the kind of canvas, so they don't get their doors dinged up and shit. So, so the first time through, you've not only do you have to establish the lights and everything else, but you've got to establish, the kill zones. So the second time through, I've just got lights on everywhere. So now it's just walk through, and it's just, and my wife looked at me, she says, is this really necessary? I says, fucking, I sure hope not. Like, would you not have the Detroit guy go through the house and clear it, and then wake up, with somebody going shh with a ski mask and a knife to your throat? I don't think so.
Well, with the wickedly secure door code, though, Kev, they don't have to precede you in there. They could wait till you go to sleep.
Yeah, but I've got 2 Toomey bags that on rollers that if you open the door, those motherfuckers are going down the steps to the locked-in basement. I won't sleep through that. And the knife is in my hand. So by the time you get over those Toomeys, my long arm will be stabbing you in the top of your scalp with that butcher knife. No, and as I
Relaxing
said,
trip.
remember they used to make those, club door handle things? They were, like, long. They had, like, a black, plastic thing. You shoved them
Yes, you're
under.
under the door,
Yeah,
under
underneath
the
the
doorknob.
door, and, like, they were great for apartments and shit like that, and I said to myself, "I'm gonna get one of those if I have to," and hopefully they make a retractable
The
one that.
collapsible travel,
Yeah,
door gimmick. I don't wanna get off something here. I wanna go back to the house in
okay,
Pennsylvania for a
sorry.
minute. You have to clear this house. Now you're obviously you're going out to visit, and then you're coming every time you came back to this house, did you clear the house with the knife?
Absolutely. Not 3 times,
What's Tamara saying to you with this? Is this tedious at all? She's like, "I'll be in the car.
no, this is
Just
a wo
wave me in when
this
we're
is a
good."
woman that has been married to me for 35
Oh,
years.
God bless
This
her.
is
When I
this
get
is
that interview, let me tell you, when I get that interview, that's when we're going through the roof.
and the thing is, now it's even worse because, I never wanted, with Tristan had a little bit of a temper, and I never wanted, like, I had a handgun with me at all times. I just walked it from room to room. I never left it. I'd take it in the shitter, but and I would put it next to my bed at night, but every other firearm was locked up in a safe.
Mhm.
And now it's like I'm about 6 steps from some kind of a weapon, whether it's a K-bar or an aluminum baseball bat or, you know, if there's access, if there's access to that area from outside or where you can cause me some shit, you know,
You gotta be ready.
yeah, you come up my stairs and see if you don't take a little double buckshot in the top of your skull from the up from the upper. And I got a plate. Don't worry, because I got a plate of steel right there, so you can shoot all you want through that and think you're gonna get me.
Your family now I remember on one of my shows a long time ago, you talked about, your concerns based on your father's early passing and the heart issue, and the quote, I think, was, "There's no 60-year-old Nashes
Right.
or no 15-year-old Great Danes," you likened it to, at the dog park. Now you're over 60. Your brother's older, right?
66.
He's 66.
And my sister,
Just
my
had
baby sister fucking turned 60,
right.
which was just
So the Nash DNA is making a turn for the better here, clearly.